at the 28. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd down and 6 now. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Muscles him off. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This time, Jackson will throw it. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best...
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Darnold now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35.